Hey YouTube, Twig here, bringing you all an update to my Aquaactress Yugioh deck profile for November 2024. For those of you that don't know, the Aquaactress deck is actually not a fish deck, but an aqua deck that focuses on being able to have some search, special summon power, and aquarium setup for the Aquaactress monsters. I really feel like we could get more Aquaactresses. We only have three. We've only had three for a while, but definitely feels like that kind of Arc 5 deck, just like Doodle Beasts, where we could get more monsters for these small sub archetypes for the characters from the Yugioh Duel School. But regardless, I always like updating this deck. It's definitely a fun water control kind of deck to look into to build. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So for the actual Aquaactress monsters, we're running 3 copies of Aquaactress Guppy. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 Aquaactress monster from your hand. So it gets around some of the level restrictions or some of our other Aquaactress monsters, and then those monsters just have additional setup. Guppy just being one of the better cards to use for that. It's not an on normal summon play, so you can just use this card as a once per turn special summon for more and more Aquaactress monsters to the field. One of the other ones we run is Aquaactress Arowana. Once per turn, you can add 1 Aquaactress monster from your deck to your hand. So you can use Guppy to summon out Arowana, and then use Arowana to grab an additional Aquaactress monster with one of the last Aquaactress monsters being Aquaactress Tetra. With this card, once per turn, you can add 1 Aquarium card from your deck to your hand. We have 3 different Aquarium cards, so being able to have searches for all of the cards makes all of these cards very, very consistent to run together, depending on the setup that you want to go for. And Tetra, just being able to grab any of our Aquarium cards, is another added search help. Now, with these cards being Aqua monsters, we're also running 3 copies of Swap Frog. You can special summon this card from your hand by discarding 1 other water monster. When it's summoned, you can send 1 level 2 or lower water Aqua monster from your deck or face up on the field to the graveyard. And once per turn, you can return 1 monster you control of the hand to normal summon 1 Frog monster during your main phase this turn, except for Swap Frog. The main play with Swap Frog is just to discard another water monster, which we run plenty of in the deck, to then summon out this card. And then being able to send a level 2 or lower Aqua monster gives you access to Tetra and Guppy in the graveyard to then be able to summon back to the field with some of the other spells that we run in the deck also. And lastly, for the monsters, 1 copy of Mirror Mage of the Ice Barrier. This is another send target off of Swap Frog, which is why I like running this card, because you can send it to the graveyard, use it to search out your Ice Barrier spell, being the Freezing Chains of the Ice Barrier, then use that card to summon back Mirror Mage, and then have a tribute before even taking a normal summon for our Arowana onto the field also. And also 3 copies of Gameciel, the Sea Turtle Kaiju. This is just another send water monster target for Swap Frog, which is why I like as well. And if you're trying to get over one of the more difficult monsters on your opponent's side of the field, having one of the lowest attack for the Kaiju monsters, you can tribute this card, summon it to your opponent's field, getting rid of one of their peskier monsters, and then easily swing over it with some of our other Aquaactress cards. We're also running the 3 copies of Aquarium set. All water monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. All Aquaactress monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. And if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target 1 Aqua monster in your graveyard and special summon it. And you can add special summon for the rest of the turn, except for Aqua monsters. It's a boost, an additional 600 boost. So you can have cards like Arowana hit 2600 attack, cards like Tetra hit 900 attack, and then your Guppy get all the way up to 1200 with just this 1 card. The additional Aquarium stages that we run are the 3 Aquarium stage. With this card, water monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle with non-water monsters. Aquaactress monsters you control are unaffected by your opponent's monster effects. And if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target 1 Aqua monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Once again, special summon resources, but protecting them from being destroyed by battle means that you have some of the bigger plays for those Aquaactresses to then be able to use with our other and last Aquarium card, which is Aquarium Lighting. With this card, if an Aquaactress monster you control battles an opponent's monster during damage calc, your battling monster's attack and defense each become double its current attack and defense. So cards like Arowana with all the other Aquarium boosts could hit up to 5200 attack when attacking into a monster, and having the same special summon option for an Aqua monster when it's sent from the field to the graveyard. We're also running 3 copies of Wetlands. With this card, all Aqua type water, level 2 or lower monsters gain 1200 attack. So on top of the 600 boosts that your Aquaactress or Aquarium set can do for your Aquaactress cards, having the additional 1200 boosts for a field spell spot means you could have cards like Tetra and also Guppy hitting bigger attack point powers, and then with Lighting having a double attack, hitting some of these same similar numbers, just like Arowana on the field. This card can also boost up your Swap Frog. So once again, you just have boost for a wide variety of the cards that we run in the main deck for our spells. 3 copies of Surface. With the Send power from Swap Frog, this card just helps for getting those cards back onto the field. It's not a restricted card as well, so you can have multiple surfaces in your hand and more ways to summon out the cards to the field. The 2 copies of Pot of Extravagance and the 1 copy of Pot of Prosperity. You really don't go into the extra deck much aside from a few water targets, so the rest of the cards could be potential banished costs for whether it be Extravagance or Prosperity for the draw power. And also the 2 copies of Salvage for add back power for any of our water monsters with 1500 or less attack in the graveyard. And also the 1 copy of Monster Reborn and the 1 copy of Freezing Chains of the Ice Barrier to grab the Mirror Mage summon back from the graveyard to the field. And then for the traps, I run 1 copy of Aqua Story Urashima. If you have an Aquaactress monster in your graveyard, target 1 monster on the field until the end of its turn. Its effects are negated, its attack and defense become 100, making it a little easier for you to swing over some of your opponent's monsters once again. The 1 copy of Gozen Match and the 1 copy of Rivalry of Warlords for, once again, restriction, just making it so you most of the time only have Aqua monsters and Water monsters, making it all the more difficult for your opponent to play around these cards, especially if you were to give them a Kaiju and then activate these cards also. And then for the extra deck, we have the 3 copies of Miss Starboy. This is just another Aqua boosted monster. That's why I like to run 3 copies. Also for the fact that this card could potentially be banished off of Extravagance, or if you needed any of the copies of it, for Prosperity as well. The 2 copies of Marine Cess, Coral Anemone for more water monster special summon power from the graveyard back to the field. The 1 copy of Area, the Water Charmer Gentle. 1 Nightmare Phoenix. 1 Nightmare Cerberus. The 1 IP Masquerade, actually the 2 additional, I always forget with the different arcs, for IP Masquerade, just once again, more Extravagance targets, with the last of the Link monsters being 1 Anima, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, and the 1 World Dragon Zealantis for the Link monsters, with our only Xyz monsters being the 1 copy of Totally Awesome and the 1 Divine Arsenal Zeus. And then as for some of the go-to plays in the deck, as I said, the Aquaactress monsters just help with the special summon resources. So if you have Guppy, you can use Guppy to special summon even your Tetra to the field. Then you can use Tetra to grab the additional Aquarium card from your deck. If you wanted more of the protection for them for that turn, you can activate Stage, because then if your opponent can't attack over them, you may take some damage depending on where you place them. You could also just special summon Tetra in defense, so then the only one to be taking damage off of is the Guppy, protecting those monsters. But then the following turn, you can use the same monsters for your Tetra to grab another Aquarium card. Guppy can then also special summon another Aquaactress in your hand for the field, and then Arona can grab 1 additional Aquaactress monster from there, and those can be, the same Aquaactresses, because then you have a normal summoned yet, summoning it out, using it to then grab the last Aquarium card, because none of these cards are also once per turns either. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed. Like I said, this was just a quick update for the Aquaactresses. I really do enjoy this fun water control deck as always. And until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And Kira Twig out.